as well as the only jewelry hour of the day. So it'll be lots of fun.
It will. So stick around. And, of course, the whole watch event concludes today. We'll have that throughout our programming day, and not a moment too soon, frankly. So let's talk about Stuhrling. Larry Magen joins us here live in just a very few moments. We'll get in, of course, with much greater detail here. This is V91097. Now, in this case, it's obviously a radically different watch than we were just sharing with you. This particular one features a Citizen OS 11. It's a 46 millimeter, and if that doesn't mean anything to you, it basically means it's a big power watch, and it just looks great on. And the larger watches are very much in vogue right now. It's something that if you were just generically buying for a person, especially for a guy in particular, as a rule, you'd want to go with the bigger pieces because that's what many men are looking for, and this is going to deliver that. So it's V91097. Now, we've got four different ones here. I've got a silver tone with a rose tone. I've got a black and a black. I've got a silver tone and a black, and we've got a silver tone with the brown. This is Larry, by the way, representing Sterling as always. Thanks for being here, man.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Okay?
Good to see you. Huge show last night.
Yep.
A big response. I'm glad you're here today.
Yep.
Let's just jump right into it. We
Sure.
didn't get a chance to show this yesterday, but man, what a great watch to start with this morning.
Well, welcome to the show. Good morning, everybody. And you're absolutely right, Tim. This is our Florio. It's from our Targa series in our Sportsman's collection. And as you can tell by the design, it's very much auto race inspired design, as you can see here. If you take a look at the case, I think that to me is one of the distinguishing characteristics of this timepiece here. It's kind of a cylindrical style of case. There's literally no lugs on this case, and I think that's what makes it so sporty. The strap, the tapered silicone rubber strap, just seamlessly goes right into the case with literally no lugs, and that makes it so sporty. And then, of course, we get into the actual the dial design and the bezel design. It's got those ridges going around the bezel, and then you have the raised chapters, every 1/5 chapters we call them, or every 5, 10, 15, 20, to actually serve as hour markers on the outer portion of the bezel. You have the individually applied baton indices on the dial. That's a lot of craftsmanship. But when we come here for must-watch event, and it's all about Christmas giving, gift giving, Hanukkah giving, gift giving, we came here and brought some of our very best timepieces with the very best possible values for gift giving. And just take a look at the value you see right here. You have a Citizen Quartz chronograph movement, and look at the value here. Very reliable movement that you can count on, rely on, dependable. The OS 11, as you pointed out. So it's a great everyday timepiece, a great sport piece, Tim.
Well, let's go over again the four choices here because they've been very, very generous in bringing these out. There's a silver tone with the rose tone, which I believe is, let's see, it'll be this guy right here. Silver tone with the rose tone. Black on black, which is the one that I've been holding. It's also available in a silver tone with the black. And then we've got the last but not least is the silver tone with the brown. Now, the brown, by the way, is the only one that's going to have the brown strap. So if you want the kind of the odd man out, which I sometimes go for because that is the one they produce. In other words, it's the scarcest of the bunch, and you could argue, therefore, the most collectible. That might be one of the ways to look at it. Now, Larry has mentioned several key things, and I want to come back and kind of break that down for you guys a little bit. First of all, let's go over pricing, and then we'll go over a couple of the key features. This is a $625 watch. You guys are able to pick this up at under $100. Now, in addition to that, ShopNBC is going to be stepping up with some interest-free payments. We refer to that as value pay. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with what value pay means, it means you can take a given item, in this case this watch, you can spread it out over almost half a year because of the 6-pay option. But we're still going to send this to you after just $16.53 plus shipping. And remember, everything that you're going to see in the show has guaranteed Christmas delivery and return privileges till the end of January. Now, let's talk about some of the features that Larry was just mentioning. One of the first things I want to talk about is what is a quartz movement? Because let's just do really basic stuff. So you're looking at the watch, you go, you know what, I got someone in mind that's perfect for that, or it's perfect for me, I love the look. But quartz, well, what is that? All right, there are two basic types of movements in the market, and quartz is one of them. And what you want with quartz, why own it? It's battery powered, so it's maintenance free. Put a battery in roughly like every 3 years, and quartz is extremely accurate. You can literally set a quartz movement down, unlike, for example, a mechanical that you would have to wind every day, which is basically the other type that's on the market. And there's a real art to that, and we sell those here too, and you'll see them, in fact, coming up shortly. But for those of you who want maintenance-free and you want extreme accuracy, I'll put you in the quartz every single time, because you can wear this every day. You can wear it one day, put it down a week, 2 weeks, come back to it, put it on. It's the correct time, and off you go. You'll never do that with a mechanical automatic with rarest exception, but you will do it with a quartz, and that's one of the reasons I use quartz in my personal collection. In fact, I wore a quartz here into work this morning, and I think for many, many individuals, it's the better way to go because it's set and forget. Most of you have already owned them, even if you didn't know the term is called quartz. So you've got ease of use, you've got accuracy. Now, he also mentioned it's a chronograph. What is a chronograph? That's a question I'm asked all the time, and I even hear people referring to anything with small little dials on it, a chronograph. Not necessarily the case. But, okay, so what is a chronograph? This has a stopwatch inside the wristwatch. Now, of course, it tells you time of day, as you can see, and this one will also show you the date of the month. But what a chronograph does is it times an event, like on your mark, get set, go, and you would hit the pusher at the 2 o'clock position, and then the watch would start running. And then, like I just started this one, and let's say, I'm just going to make it up, and the end of the race is now. And I would hit the same button again, and it stops, and it records the exact elapsed time. And then to reset it, you would just, I use the pusher at the 2 o'clock position to start and stop. To reset, you hit the other one at the 4. Hard resets up to the 12. That's all there is to it, and it's just this really great way to go as far as collectability. For those of you who don't know, it's the most sought-after complication, which is a fancy way of saying a trick a watch can do, under $10,000. And here you have it for under $100, ready to go. And Larry, once again, we're seeing it's a very substantial response. And this, I mean, how can you not? You guys have put a lot into this watch.
Well, it's a great everyday sport watch, Tim, and to be able to bring it home with these payment options is terrific. And I think we have somebody on the phone.
We do, actually. Let's welcome Andrew from Connecticut. Andrew, welcome.
Hi, how you doing?
We're good. Well, first of all, good morning.
Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Larry.
Hey, Andrew. How are you?
It's Andy from Connecticut, Larry.
Oh, nice to hear from you, Andy.
Good, how you doing?
Wonderful.
Well, as always, Larry, you're giving them away.
Thank you very much, Andy. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I'll take it. Thank you.
I have the Delphi, the Coppolis, the Florio black on black. That is so awesome, Larry.
Yes.
And I picked my wife up that one, the heart with the diamond.
The Courtly, yes,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, take that watch in the sun. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's really nice, and I think we're actually going to have it
wow.
in this hour. Yeah, we're going to be showing that in the next 40 minutes or so.
For the price point, ladies and gentlemen, it's just awesome.
Now, Andrew, just to get me up to speed a little bit, how long have you been collecting Stuhrlings?
Stuhrling, probably, 3 years now, I guess.
So obviously no stranger to the brand, and it sounds like you become quite a fan of it.
Oh, yes.
Now, is there any
Absolutely.
particular feature?
The watches are incredible. The automatics and the specific mechanical hand-wound watches, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
You know, you go to these malls, if I may, you go to these malls and stuff, and you see these watches in these jewelry stores, these other high-end stores. The folks who might be afraid of buying a watch on TV, don't be. These watches on TV are incredible, absolutely incredible. Plus, you have 30 days to send it back. I mean, what more could you ask for? Stuhrling is a top-notch watch.
Well, thank you for saying so, Andrew. I appreciate that. And as you may know, I've also collected Stuhrling for years, and I've been a fan, and it's a real pleasure for me to be able to present this once again on TV. And I'm glad to see that so many people are taking advantage of it this morning.
Tim, yeah, I've been with you. I've been with you since the early days.
Oh wow, like 1998, 1999,
Yeah.
that far?
Yep.
Wow. Way back. Well, you know
back.
what? It's great to meet somebody from back in the day, man. I appreciate that. I thank you for staying with me all these years, and thank you so much for being a part of our show this morning. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. And Larry and Tim, I want to wish you and the ShopNBC family a wonderful, happy, safe, and healthy holiday season.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, Andy.
Andrew.
Much love to you.
I appreciate that, and have a brilliant holiday out there in Connecticut. And thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And for everybody else, if you'd like to join us here live in the air, periodically there will be a testimonial line on the television screen. Just give it a call, and we'll see if we can't get you out here to spend a minute or so with us. Let's go ahead and move on, and we'll take a look at some of the other stuff, as we like the technical term, stuff. All right. This is one that I'm not 100% sure that we're going to be spending a huge amount of time with, but it is one that you've got to seriously think about, because this is something that, frankly, most brands don't do, which is build mechanical automatics for women. And in this case, it not only has Stuhrling done so, but they do it at a very, very affordable price point. Now, I can vouch for this one because I own one of these, and I've owned it for years. I really, really like it. It's a heavy watch. It's got this really, you don't see it in this shot so much, where you sort of do, but it's this big, like hemispherical crystal. It's this huge, polished crystal. Just a wonderful decorated mechanical automatic, and one that if you're looking for a more aggressive ensemble piece, I think you're going to enjoy. This particular look, this one to me, it's more of a classic, a little bit whimsical perhaps with the heart in there, but I love the fact that it's a diamond watch, and I like the fact that you can own the diamonds at under $100 and do so with 5 interest-free payments. So you guys can check this out for $19.93. Really well done. All right. Now, in the next few minutes, let's say within the hour, certainly, we're going to be getting to this Renato. This is a ridiculously good deal, by the way. This is something. You get 2 straps, you get the bracelet, all included. They're immediately interchangeable with a patented system, 4 different colors, blue, purple, black, and silver, and you choose even a men's size or a woman's size. That'll be up a little bit later on. Beautiful Renato. Thousands have already sold here in the last few hours, and for very, very good reason. Okay, coming back here to the set, let's take a look now at something that I think is well, to say that it's amazing is almost an understatement. I can remember first seeing this when I was in New York ballpark maybe a month or so ago. And one of the things that immediately struck me is they were talking about doing a set. They were going to do a his and a hers mechanical automatic, and they were talking in the vicinity of the price you see on the screen. And I remember thinking to myself, I was sitting in this office at Stuhrling, and I'm going, I am so not going to be quoting that price anywhere, because this is not, something's going to go wrong. And it turns out it didn't. And Stuhrling stepped up, and you guys own it. Let me make this clear. It's not your choice, like you choose the man size or the woman size. You're getting both of these decorated mechanical automatics for $104.38. They are individually gift boxed. And we're going to step up, meaning ShopNBC, with 6 interest-free payments. So you're getting 2 watches sent to you for as little as $17.40 plus the shipping. Now, Larry, of course, you're keenly aware of this. You sold not hundreds, you sold many thousands of these. We got to be like roughly like 8,000 or something like. It's a lot. And but I guess if you just think about it, I mean, how could you not? You guys have gone, frankly, where I've not seen any other brand do. Now, I've seen brands offer single mechanical automatics in this price range, but to offer a set in this range, in my experience, is unprecedented, and you guys have had a huge success as a result, and good for you, man. You deserve it. You really do.
Well, for us, it's all about the gift-giving season, and that's what this special holiday pricing is all about. That's what the Delphi Oracle gift set is all about. It's the first time in our history that we've ever done a matched set pair of skeletonized mechanical automatic timepieces, and this was put together with ShopNBC in mind. We've worked for months on this, and it's a perfect gift-giving item here for the Christmas season, because you're getting 2 individually boxed, skeletonized mechanical automatic timepieces that each come in their own box, and so you can give them out separately. So you're actually picking up 2 for less than, literally the price that one should be, and the perceived value of a skeletonized mechanical automatic timepiece is going to be at least 10 times what you're paying here, because of what I call the wow factor. It's watchmaking the old-fashioned way. It's, as you can see here on your screen, for example, that's the balance wheel that's oscillating at 21,600 vibrations per hour. There's no battery in this watch, and it's all about sharing your love and appreciation for watchmaking. There's a nice shot of the mainspring up there in the upper right-hand corner. You can actually see how well it's wound, or if you want to tighten it up, you could even do that. But you can also see in this picture the herringbone pattern, that the texturization that was on the outer portion of the dial. And here what you're seeing with Margaret, she's actually wearing the ladies version, or the smaller version, which is a nice 35 millimeter case size, which still makes a very nice presence on a lady's wrist. And Stuhrling Original has really been a leader in the area of producing mechanical automatics for women, I'd say for the last 5 years. And now with skeletonized mechanicals, it's no longer just for the guys. A woman can show her appreciation for watchmaking and be taken just a little bit more seriously as well. And one of the distinguishing characteristics of the Delphi, which is our #1 all-time selling skeleton mechanicals, of which we're known for, we've got more than 50 models, is the Greco-Roman inspired case design. If you take a look right here, you'll see the triple step design bezel, which, let me give you a nice view of it right here. There you go. You have a nice triple step design bezel, which adds so much grace and elegance and class to this timepiece here. And then, of course, you have your screwed-in exhibition case back. And what we did with the Delphi here for ShopNBC, we gave it a new, fresher look. We now have the brushed finish on the rotor and also on the back plates of the movement. We have a new rotor design with our logo on it. It's got a screwed-in case back, 50 meters water resistance. But this is all about gift-giving season, and it's all about, you know, just a great gift opportunity. Just knock them off your shopping list, off your Christmas list, I should say.
And I'm going to add one other thing to that, the litany that you just went through, and that is the dial construction on this thing, which, of course, Stuhrling is so famous for, is the detailed dial. And in this case, you guys have done this really cool herringbone effect. Now, what we're referring to, by the way, for those of you at home not familiar, when we talk about dial design, is Stuhrling historically has been doing really cool extreme detail and what's referred to as guilloche patterns. And in this case, it's this herringbone pattern that's been physically wrought into the dial. And as you see, as I move this back and forth here slightly, you can see how that interacts with the light. It's very, very eye-catching. Now, I happen to be showing this in the guys' version, but it's equally true on the women's version. In fact, I think it's fair to say that every single feature that you placed into the gentleman's version, you carried over into the women's version. So something else that not every brand does that you've been able to do.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever done a match set pair. The ladies is a scaled down version of the men's Delphi, and obviously it's been very well received. It's a great gift opportunity, and we still have some quantities remaining on the #1 selling execution in the group, the Silvertone.
And guys, if you want to snag it, keep in mind, and because this is really unusual, I want to emphasize it, it's not your choice. You get both of these in 2 gift boxes for only $104.38, and that is extremely unusual for a skeletonized mechanical automatic. And frankly, I've never seen any other brand do it. I've seen other brands do a single mechanical automatic in this price range, but to do 2 of them, it is absolutely remarkable, much less with 6 interest-free payments. Larry, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much, man. And Larry's going to be here throughout the day. In fact, we've got Michael Davis in the wings. We've got a lot of great guests, guys, so be sure to stick around. This is going to be just terrific.